Last week, Bob Anderson of Albuquerque, New Mexico, was forced to dive into 10 feet of raw sewage to save his 5-year-old son after the boy fell through an uncovered manhole.
We could have lost him, could have lost me down in there because there's no way out of these things,
said Anderson, who was giving that interview from still within the sewer. It's been a week since the accident, and Anderson is upset that there haven't been any major changes.
The residents out here continue to bike and walk and run down this street. Now, it is an active construction zone.
All right, that was the wrong clip. Not changes to prevent people from taking their 5-year-olds on walks through construction zones at night. Changes to the way manholes are covered.
Can't change the covers because anything heavier would be a hazard to get off if there was an accident. So instead, they've increased patrol of the area.
And we've added an inspector all weekend from now until the project is complete to go up and down at least twice a day on the weekends to make sure that the covers are in place.
Don't worry, residents of Albuquerque. The money to pay for the inspectors needed to appease the man who lets his 5-year-old run around construction zones at night won't come out of your tax dollars. The government will pay for it. But Anderson says that's not enough.
He's also been checking back on the street to see if the city has made any changes.
So far, they've only made one. According to Anderson, the inspectors don't cut it, since simply covering the manholes isn't enough to protect against what Anderson explains is the real problem.
Not this little flimsy piece of metal.
Ow, I'm sorry, flimsy what? Some idiot dropped a sheet of steel on the ground. I couldn't hear what you were saying.
Not this little flimsy piece of metal.
Oh, flimsy piece of steel with the tire tracks on it. Fortunately, Anderson has offered up his own solutions.
He says he would like to see the covers secured down somehow, or for the road to have hazard signs warning people of the dangers instead of simply saying road closed like they do now.
By law, the Department of Transportation is forced to dumb down their signs so as not to discriminate against the lowest common denominator. Unfortunately, this means that often ambiguous signs such as this one can be interpreted differently by different people. Wait, this was from a few days ago. I'm receiving word that they've since made changes to the sign that they hope will appease Anderson and his concerned community.
They're trying to blame the people for their sloppiness in their job and their work here.
When clearly that isn't the problem. But since it's impossible to agree on what is the problem, okay, damn it, someone tell our camera guy to grab that kid. We haven't figured out who to blame when he gets hurt. But Anderson's deflections of responsibility aside, this Albuquerque boy's accident has highlighted a very serious public safety concern. Experts predict that without serious safety implementations, at this rate, by 2020 the number of manhole-related injuries could reach as high as 2.